Let us now continue. The labor arbiters are frontline magistrates in the administrator of labor justice. However, it had been seen as, as a small role in the welfare of labor relations. Its jurisdiction is original and exclusive in nature, and they have no appellate jurisdiction. So, under Article 217 of the Labor Code, the LAs have jurisdiction over the following cases. First, the ULP, termination disputes. Accompanied with a claim for reinstatement, those cases that workers may file involving wages, rates of pay, hours of work, and other terms and conditions of employment. The claims for actual, moral, exemplary, and other forms of damages arising from, of course, an employer and employee relations. There are also cases arising from any violation on Article 264 of the Labor Code involving legality of strikes and lockouts. Except claims for employees' compensation not included in the next succeeding paragraph, the Social Security, Medicare, and maternity benefits, all other claims arising from employee-employee relations, including those of persons in the domestic, yung ating mga kasambahay, involving the amount not exceeding 5,000 pesos. And of course, the RA 6627 on the wage distortion disputes. Enforcement of compromise agreements when there is non-compliance of the parties pursuant to Article 227 of the Labor Code. And also, money claims arising from employer-employee relationships by virtue of law or contract o yung mga kasama natin for overseas employment. There are also contested cases under exception clause of Article 128 of the Labor Code as amended by RA 7730, and other cases as may be provided by law. Now, may a non-lawyer appear in any of the proceedings before the LA or the Commission, meaning with the LA or the NLRC? Yes. The answer is yes, because may appear in any of the proceedings as the labor arbiter and the NLRC. First, you must represent yourself as party of the case. 2. You represent a legitimate labor organization defined in Article 212 and 242 of the Labor Code na kung saan kayo ang party ng case. So, dapat nandun ka sa mandatory conference, initial hearing, certification from the BLR or Regional Office of Department of Employment na ikaw ay ang organization ay duly registered and listed in the roster of LLOs or legitimate labor organizations. So, a verified certification issued by the secretary or president of the organization, meaning that you represent as an authorized representative of that organization. Now, a copy of resolution granting him such authority will be given. Ikaw ay membro ng isang legitimate labor organization with employer establishment na kung saan isa kayo doon sa party of the case. So, yan. Accredited member and of any legal aid office recognized by the Department of Justice or Integrated Board of the Philippines. So, kailangan mo lang dalhin yung accreditation mo. Fifth, you are an owner, president of corporation or establishment which is a party of the case. So, ikaw yung employer. Kailangan lang may verified certification ka coming from the board through a board resolution na you are authorized to represent. Now, ano naman ang power to assume jurisdiction ng NLRC when it comes to national interest? So, meron tayong mga iba't ibang kaso na kung saan ay magpo-fall siya sa national interest na kung saan pwede ka agad mag-assume ang National Labor Relations Commission or the President to mediate or to prevent problems that may occur when such case is not resolved. Now, for NLRC, when in his opinion there exists a labor dispute likely to cause a strike or lockout in an industry, indispensable to the national interest. The Secretary of Labor and Employment may assume jurisdiction over the dispute and decide it or certify the same to the Commission for compulsory arbitration. Now, what are the cases appellate power of the DOLE Secretary? Of course, issued by duly authorized representative ng Labor and Employment. Kapag may denial of application for union registration or cancellation ng registration na ibinigay ng Bureau of Labor Relations. Decisions of the Med Arbiter and certification election cases are appealable to the DOLE Secretary. Decisions of Med Arbiters and entering union disputes are appealable to the BLR.